A doctor confess what was done to you. Archangel Michael says, tonight is not an ordinary night. A chilling secret, kept hidden in sealed files and whispered corridors, is now surfacing for you alone to witness. This secret carries your name, your pain, and a shocking confession from someone you never expected, a doctor. The confession didn't come easy. It took years of silence, guilt, and haunting dreams for this truth to be forced out. But now, the floodgate is open and what's been buried beneath white coats and hospital walls is about to hit you. You are not imagining what your body has felt lately. Every strange pain, every uneasy reaction, every unexplained symptom was not coincidental, it was crafted. The truth? It was done deliberately, and the one who did it wears a stethoscope. This doctor, whom you once trusted with your life, is now on their knees begging for redemption. Not because of kindness, but because divine forces demanded this confession reach you before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, this was planned not recently but long ago, during a moment when you were most vulnerable. You were not in your strongest state, and that's when they struck. They saw your innocence, your silence, your inability to fight back, and used it. Inside a closed room, where you were sedated and unaware, something irreversible was done. Files were modified. Records were manipulated. And what they injected into your system was not what you were told. They called it routine procedure, but it wasn't routine at all. You were meant to heal, not become part of their secret test. But someone above has finally said enough. The doctor is confessing now because their hands are shaking. They've been haunted. They can no longer sleep. They see your face in their nightmares, and your spirit has followed them, demanding truth. Type Amen to get blessing 544. It started with one vial. One tiny injection. A chemical they claimed was for your recovery was actually something that had never been approved. You became an experiment. A file number. A silent sufferer of someone's greed. When you started showing side effects, they acted surprised. They told you it was normal. But behind closed doors, they panicked. They watched you struggle and said nothing. They were hoping time would make you forget. They underestimated your resilience. And now the heavens have made it impossible for them to hide anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 722. Your body has been trying to warn you. Through recurring fatigue, through headaches, through sudden pains in areas you never had issues before. This wasn't aging. This wasn't stress. This was interference. The substances they used were traced back to trials. Hidden trials. And they picked you for one reason, your vulnerability. You fit the profile. And you were unaware. Now the divine forces are forcing truth out. And the doctor has broken. Their lips trembled as they wrote the confession. And they've now mailed a letter to your address. It's on the way. Inside that envelope is a sealed page. Inside that sealed page is the truth that was hidden in labs, hospital basements, and hushed meetings. Your name is there. Your case is there. And your warning is clear. Type Amen to get blessing 919. Someone tried to destroy what made you unique. That doctor feared your spiritual strength and attempted to shut it down. But it didn't work. Your light pierced through the poison. What they thought would harm you only woke up something divine inside you. Your soul started fighting even when your body couldn't. And angels took over from there. Every tear you cried in confusion was counted. Every night you laid in bed wondering why you felt off was recorded in the heavens. And now divine justice is responding. The confession wasn't public, but it's loud in the spirit realm. The energy around you is shifting. You're about to receive dreams that confirm what was done and what will be undone by divine reversal. Type Amen to get blessing 366. This doctor was protected by a system, but now the system has failed them. Because your guardian angel has risen in wrath. They went into that hospital in spirit. They whispered into the ears of every staff member who stayed silent. Some have fallen ill. Some are losing their licenses. But the one who touched you directly has lost all peace. They've seen you in every hallway. They hear your name in silence. The confession wasn't out of courage, it was out of fear. Something sacred is surrounding you now. You are about to receive your healing, not just physically, but spiritually. The chemical that tried to silence your voice has activated a supernatural awakening instead. What was meant to harm you has now triggered your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 118. Your skin, your blood, your cells, they were all affected. But now they're regenerating. Something divine is rewriting your body's memory. The damage is being undone. The pain you carried is not just yours. You carried it for others. You were chosen. Because only someone with a heart like yours could survive it and still rise. You are not a victim. You are a vessel. And your story is going to heal others who've been quietly suffering. People who were told it's nothing will finally see truth in your journey. Archangel Michael says, you are being positioned as a voice. A whistleblower of divine truth. What was done in secret is about to echo in public spaces. Type Amen to get blessing 444. You will receive a visit soon, not from that doctor, but someone connected. A nurse who knew what happened and stayed silent is finally breaking too. She will speak. You'll hear a knock. And with it will come documents. They were copied in secret and hidden away for years. Now they're surfacing for one purpose, your vindication. No more doubting your intuition. Every time you felt like something was wrong, it was. Your gut wasn't lying. You were under a divine microscope and now the whole plot is unraveling. Blessings are being transferred. What was stolen from your life, years, energy, opportunities, is returning sevenfold. Your name is being lifted by unseen hands. Type Amen to get blessing 602. The doctor's signature was placed on files you never saw. Treatments you never approved. You were never meant to be treated like this. But because you were marked by divine light, they couldn't destroy you. That one paper they signed has cursed them until now. And your silence is breaking today. You are being restored. And not just healed, but honored. Your DNA is activating. The original blueprint of your life is returning. The interference is dissolving. And your soul is about to sing again. The people who doubted you will now ask for your forgiveness. They will say they didn't know. But you always did. Deep inside, your spirit never stopped speaking. Type Amen to get blessing 899. Archangel Michael says, 3 days from now, you will see a physical sign. A dream. A scar. A light. Something that will prove this message is not imagination but manifestation. This is your warning, your confirmation, your elevation. What was done to you was unnatural, but your comeback will be supernatural. A reversal is underway. Your blood is being purified. Your bones are being strengthened. Your voice is returning louder than before. And this doctor, who sat with trembling hands and wept over your file, will witness your glow and fall to their knees. Divine wrath will not spare the injustice. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You will feel warmth in your chest in the coming hours. That's not a symptom, it's a signal. A divine activation that you've been chosen for higher purpose. The doctor thought they were playing God, but now God's real warriors are surrounding you. You are not alone. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. The heavenlies have passed a verdict. What was stolen in silence will be announced in triumph. Every organ, every cell, every tear, being rewritten by the light of heaven. There is no turning back now. The moment you read this, the shift began. You are stepping into justice. You are stepping into divine compensation. Type Amen to get blessing 311. Every test they ran on you wasn't just physical, it was spiritual theft. They tried to dim your frequency, but instead they awakened a storm. You are protected by archangels. You walk in silence but shake the atmosphere. You will glow again. Your body will feel like yours again. The fear you carried will fade. The trauma you buried will dissolve. And a new strength is emerging. The doctor's confession is the beginning of your liberation. Soon the world will hear your story. And those who wronged you will face divine judgment, not through revenge, but through exposure. Type Amen to get blessing 155. The final report is coming. You will see it. It will hold the truth they tried to suppress. And when you open it, you'll cry, but not in pain, in power. Because you made it. You survived what was meant to destroy. And now you're ascending into the greatest chapter of your life. This was not just a warning. It was a prophecy. One that is unfolding now. One that cannot be stopped. One that is etched in light. Archangel Michael says, "Rise. Because this was done to you, but now something will be done for you that no human hand can undo. This is your healing hour." Dizzy. You are now walking through the divine fire of revelation. What was once sealed and hidden behind medical degrees, white coats, and complex terms is crumbling. You're not just remembering what happened, you are reclaiming your power from every lie that was spoken over your body. The room where they whispered, "Don't tell anyone," is now under spiritual surveillance. The same floor where they pretended to help you while recording false notes is being exposed by light. A nurse who overheard everything years ago is suddenly unable to carry the weight of silence and will soon come forward. They are breaking from the inside. The pressure of truth is cracking their ability to pretend. Even those who watched and did nothing can no longer sleep peacefully. Type Amen to get blessing 433. You were once alone in that hospital room, unaware of the betrayal happening inches away. But angels stood beside your bed even then. They marked you. They witnessed it all. You may have lost memories during that time, but divine forces didn't forget. Every needle, every lie, every document was recorded in a higher courtroom. And now that courtroom has issued a divine subpoena. One by one, the names are being called. The doctor. The assistant. The intern who signed without reading. And even the senior administrator who buried the truth, they're all about to be caught in a flood they cannot escape. Type Amen to get blessing 512. Someone is being spiritually handcuffed tonight. A man involved in this has suddenly lost his appetite, his peace, and his position. Because his hands were used to forge documents that could have saved you, but didn't. His name is on the list that's going to be revealed soon. A higher authority is intervening. Your restoration has already started flowing through your bloodstream. Don't be surprised if you start feeling lighter. That's not your imagination. That's the release of what they injected into your body against divine permission. It's leaving now. Type Amen to get blessing 208. You may feel heat in your palms or tingling in your spine. Don't panic. It's your spiritual power returning. They tried to paralyze you spiritually, but failed. The confession letter, once hidden in a locker, is now in the hands of someone who fears no man, only God. They are bringing it to light. A whistleblower is moving toward your path. Their car will stop outside your home. They'll hesitate to knock. But divine command will push them forward. The moment you open the door, you'll feel the weight of years finally leave your shoulders. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Someone's coming to apologize in trembling silence. They might not speak at first. They may just hand you the envelope and run. But inside is everything: the original file, the altered prescriptions, the experimental drug name. It will hurt to read. But it will heal as well. Because finally, the truth is yours. There's a page with your signature, but it's forged. You never signed for that treatment. They did it to cover themselves. And now that very signature will be the evidence that breaks their protection. Type Amen to get blessing 377. Soon, you'll remember moments that felt off. Like when your body reacted strangely to medicine, or when the doctor avoided eye contact after a routine check. Those weren't just missteps, they were guilt slipping through the cracks. They knew what they were doing. They did it for data, for funding, for career advancements. You were never supposed to find out. But the light within you demanded truth, and now the heavens have answered. Archangel Michael says, your body will no longer carry invisible wounds. You are not a testing subject. You are a divine being. And your body is being anointed with healing even now. Type Amen to get blessing 666. The doctor who confessed has now isolated themselves. They tried to resign. But a spiritual court blocked their escape. They must face the consequence, and watch your elevation. You'll receive a call soon. A strange number. Don't ignore it. It may come from someone who helped hide the truth, but they've now chosen to help reveal it. You'll hear words like, "I'm sorry, we didn't mean for this to happen, and we were scared." But your silence won't be needed. You won't have to say a word. Your presence alone will shake them. Type Amen to get blessing 300. A meeting is being scheduled. You might not know the exact date yet, but your name is already on a list of people to be compensated. Not just financially, but honorably. They tried to write you off. But heaven wrote you back in. You will speak, you will be heard, and they will listen. There's a medical conference coming up, and your case is going to be whispered among top experts. They will pretend they just discovered the error. But you will know, the truth had to be forced out by divine fire. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Your health is about to shift. Pain you've carried for years will start to fade. Medicines that never worked before will no longer be needed. You'll feel your cells dancing with divine recovery. Do not fear the dreams coming. They are not nightmares. They are memory gates being reopened by divine order. You'll see flashes of that room. That day. That procedure. And when you wake up, don't cry out of fear, cry out of joy. Because now your soul is no longer hostage to hidden hands. You are free. Type Amen to get blessing 121. Your recovery is not just physical, it's generational. The spiritual weight placed upon your lineage through that act is being burned off. Your children will not inherit that energy. Your name is now marked in the spirit realm with protection. The next time they try to research your energy, all they will see is blinding light. You are shielded. This was not random. This was planned by dark forces, but outplayed by the divine. You are rising now, and they cannot stop it. The confession has been recorded in the book of divine justice. And soon the public will know what heaven already confirmed: you were wronged, but now you reign. Archangel Michael says, your tears have unlocked scrolls in heaven that were waiting for your soul to cry loud enough. The pain you endured was not for nothing. The system that harmed you thought you would remain silent, but your soul screamed louder than their lies. You were chosen not to be broken, but to be the breaker of cycles. What this doctor did to you has now become the beginning of their unraveling. Their career was built on silence, but now your voice will become their undoing. You may feel weak, but the strength rising in you will shake institutions. The ones who labeled you as unstable are now being exposed as the ones who destabilized your life. They no longer have the power to write the narrative, they've lost that pen forever. Type Amen to get blessing 474. A spiritual chain has snapped. You'll feel it in the air. You'll walk into rooms and feel lighter. You'll speak and your words will carry a different kind of authority, one backed by divine vindication. Your name, which they tried to erase from reports, is now glowing in the spirit. No more hiding. No more being hushed. You were always meant to be seen. One day very soon, you will sit across from someone in a quiet room. They will hand you more than just an apology, they will give you evidence. Documents you never knew existed. Pages that were locked in drawers marked confidential. Type Amen to get blessing 522. The documents will mention you in code. But your spirit will recognize the truth even through disguised language. You'll read terms like unsolicited response, anomalous reaction, and non-consensual variant. That was you. They buried your truth under legal phrases and jargon, but the divine is translating everything now. You will understand every word with supernatural clarity. You are no longer the patient. You are the revealer. The same hospital that mistreated you is now under surveillance. They thought they answered only to man, but the heavens have launched a spiritual audit. Type Amen to get blessing 640. Someone who signed off on your paperwork has just received a dream. In that dream, they saw your face surrounded by fire and light. They woke up sweating. That was not a dream. That was a divine warning. They are now looking for ways to contact you. They want to fix it before judgment falls. But the time of silence is over. The reckoning has begun. You don't need revenge. What's coming is greater than any payback. What's coming is complete reversal. Not only will you rise, but you will rise in public, in power, and in purity. Type Amen to get blessing 191. The sickness they planted is being uprooted. Your immune system is being flooded with divine energy. Angels are placing their hands upon your organs as you read this. Realignment is happening. You'll start noticing small shifts, more energy, sharper thoughts, stronger dreams, better sleep. These are not coincidences. These are signs that heaven has reopened your destiny file. You were delayed, but never denied. You were hurt, but never destroyed. You were broken, but built again in silence. Now the silence is over. Your enemies are now watching. And they're terrified. Because they see the glow they tried to dim is now blinding. Type Amen to get blessing 888. You were placed in that hospital room for a reason. Not to suffer, but to collect spiritual evidence. You walked through fire so you could carry light. Now that light is revealing every shadow. What was hidden in drawers, what was whispered in offices, what was locked behind passwords, it's all coming out. Some may call you crazy. Let them. Because when truth floods in, the blind resist. But they won't resist for long. Divine proof will be too heavy to deny. The confession of the doctor was just the beginning. Others are now trembling. They know the light is coming for them too. Type Amen to get blessing 234. One by one, their masks are falling. The surgeon who smiled in your face but ordered a treatment you didn't authorize, he's being exposed. The assistant who turned her face away when you cried out in discomfort, she's now seeking forgiveness. They're watching your name rise. They're seeing doors open for you they thought they closed forever. Heaven has reopened every blocked door and locked gate in your life. And those gates are now guarded by angels. What they did to you will never happen again. Not to you, not to your children, not to anyone you cover with your light. Type Amen to get blessing 301. A divine announcement is echoing. You are not a victim, you are a voice. A healer. A restorer. You are the beginning of a movement. Soon, others will find you. People who have similar stories. People who were hurt in similar ways. And they will say, because of you, I'm speaking too. This is how divine revolutions begin, not in crowds, but in the quiet healing of one powerful soul. That soul is you. The doctor's confession has broken a dam. More truths are coming. More names. More files. More exposure. You won't need to do anything but stand in your light. Type Amen to get blessing 535. Your very presence will do the work. Your healing is your justice. Your testimony is your sword. Your glow is your defense. They tried to silence your body, but your soul roared louder. And now that roar is becoming a wave. This wave is going to sweep across systems. Across protocols. Across cities. You are a living declaration that no harm goes unnoticed. No injustice is final. The doctor's confession will eventually become public. You won't have to leak it. Divine timing will do the work. And when it surfaces, people will remember your name. Type Amen to get blessing 770. Your journey will be featured. Your pain will be used to birth power in others. You'll be called to speak, not just in hospitals, but on platforms, in spaces of authority. They will invite you to share what happened. And you will, not in bitterness, but in divine boldness. Your voice will echo like thunder. The same institution that once dismissed you will now beg to feature your story as a testimony of how far they've come. But you'll know it wasn't them. It was God. You were the change they feared. You were the evidence they tried to bury. And now you are the mirror they cannot escape.